Hello, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason in Pocahontas, Illinois, a very small town west of Bond County. And as much as I hate to say it, its one claim to fame in recent years, in the last 20 years, is it is the proud home of Gretchen Wilson, the country singer. And though she hasn't had a real hit in years, she did make her peak in the mid-2000s with her song called Redneck Woman and her multi-platinum album, Here for the Party. There is a park named after her south end of town, and I am in the town square where the National Road went through at one time. So I'll go ahead and take you to that kiosk. Here we go. All right, so I'm in the town village park, and that is a war memorial, and that is Pocahontas, letting you know they are the home of the Indians. And there's that kiosk. Here is that kiosk at the northwest corner. Muscle, Metal, and Merchandise is the entitle. So, as most of us know, Pocahontas, you know, they've came and gone. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I mean, it's always been a small town, and at one time it was a busy small town. It still is. I mean, people do live here, and some do work in here, but it says here, the village square may be quiet today, but from the mid-1800s through the early 1900s, the ring of hammers, bending iron, and shaping steel echoed down these streets. Northwest of where you stand, blacksmith-shaped horseshoes, linked chains, rounded wheel rims, and made vital repairs that kept wagons rolling and stagecoaches running on the National Road. I'm guessing that's the reason how that antique shop over there called the Wagon Wheel Antiques got its name. But yes, during the days of horses, blacksmiths were the big thing here, and their craft improved life in Pocahontas and made travel possible on the National Road. And over here is a big picture of the old mercantile company building. Simon Brown operated the business for 20 years, from 1905, and it has more small businesses that were here on this road. And then a little paragraph. What do cookware, clothing, and carbide lamps have in common? You can buy them at the general store, which I imagine is this. But it talks about how general stores played an important part on the National Road because of these small communities. So that's pretty much that. And then here is that sidebar talking about Thomas Jefferson's vision. Here I am right here, and I'm on my way to Greenville. I just came from Highland. So just to give you a little bit more shot of this town, that is again the Wagon Wheel Antiques, which is closed. And then that looks like a church, but it is not, apparently. It is called the Refined Cellar from here. And that is the old post office, still in operation. All right, so this is Gretchen Wilson Park. And it was, I can't remember what year it was that it was dedicated in her name. And one thing I forgot to mention was Gretchen Wilson was actually not born here. She was raised here, but she was actually born in Grant City, Illinois, which is about 30 miles from here, but still pretty cool. Thanks so much for tuning into this short but sweet National Road episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason at the park in the center of Pocahontas, Illinois, signing off.